stay around when we give them things like they do their breakfast. And we also like to, well, they also like to go around and enclose and eat spiders. They like to eat some spiders.
Oh, I don't mind, they can eat as many spiders as they like.
Down there, got to see them.
Time to go in a minute. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go in a minute. Dirty coats. I can't hear welcome on board our Jumbo Express in the ZSL Whipsnade Zoo. Now your driver is Jason and your fireman is Mike today. And my name is Sue and I'm on board to tell you a little bit about our animals as we go round. Just a couple of safety pointers as we pull away from the station. Can we make sure we remain seated throughout the journey and keep all our hands, heads, legs and small children well back from the sides. Thank you. So our first port of call as we look towards the front of the train on the left-hand side here is the children's farm, and it's the only place in the entire zoo where you're actually allowed and even encouraged to touch the animals. So you can go down and see our beautiful Shetland ponies. We can see them here, Chico and Bianca. Now later on they'll actually be back in the farm and we'll be able to actually reach and stroke them. We've also got amazing Quatu donkeys down there. They're not only the friendliest donkeys in the world, they're also the tallest, growing to 2 meters high at the shoulder blades. We've also got our lovely llamas and our alpacas there. These are two rather unusual birds. They're called Darwin Rhea. And the father of the pair has an interesting thing he does with the eggs. When they have the eggs, he always kicks one out of the nest, which actually sounds cruel because it just goes rotten and it doesn't turn into a chick. But what happens is it attracts the insects. And then when the chick does actually hatch out, the insects are there ready to feed with a meal ready for the newborn chick. Now as we're coming across here, we can actually come into an important part of our journey because it's where our trains are fed and watered. On the left we've got a huge great big can of black Welsh coal, and in fact that is
Henry has Welsh coal.
our engines. We get through about 20 to 30 buckets of the coal in one single day here at Whipsnade, and the engine is doing all the work putting us along today. It's called Excelsior, and Excelsior is actually our oldest engine at 104 years old. She weighs in at 14 tons, but you might have noticed an even larger engine back at the station. That one's called Chevalier, and in fact that's pretty special too because she was the first engine ever to run here at Whipsnade back in 1970 when we first opened. Now the distance travelled by all our engines together in 1 year here at Whipsnade totals the same about miles as if you were actually going to go all the way from London by steam train to New York. So they really do work hard. And they were all built to actually work as a paper mill called Bowwaters in Sittingbourne in Kent before they came to us back in the 1970s. As we come around the corner, start looking out for some of our wild roaming animals. The first one you're going to see looks a bit like a bite-sized kangaroo. It's called a feather wallaby. Now, they are allowed to free roam absolutely everywhere at Whipsnade. And particularly, have a look around their pouch area, because as they're a marsupial, they have a pouch, and at this time of year, you might be able to see a baby joey with either its head or it's turning a bit topsy-turvy, a tail or even a leg sticking out. Later on we will see some more wallabies, so keep a look out for them. The other wild rhinos that are all over Whipsnade, you can see some over here, you can probably spot them as soon as you come through the gates of Whipsnade. They are called Maras or Patagonian hares, and they do look a bit like a hare when they're sitting up. They have shorter ears though. They're actually a rodent, fourth largest rodent behind the porcupines, a beaver and a capybara. But they do have a cheeky trick that some of you members will already know, and that's they get rid of any of their predators or anyone following them, that includes little children, by weeing backwards, and it does leave a nice bright orange stain. So the moral is never chase a Mara, because they will get their own back on you. So as we're coming along, start looking over to the right hand side, because in a moment you're going to see some of our much bigger mammals. We're going to start looking out for our Asian elephant, and in particular the first one we should be able to see is Emmett. He's our bull elephant, our male, and he's the one with the big white tusks. Now in the wild those tusks are up to about 2 meters long. You can just see him there, and he's actually put on with his best friend Maya. Maya's now 31. She's our oldest elephant, and she's big enough to look after herself as far as lovely Emmett is concerned. Emmett is actually the very proud father of 3 of our calves here. And if you look up to the top of the hill, you'll be able to see. If you look to the smaller ones, the smallest one you can see at the top there is little Scott. He's a year and a half old now. He was actually the smallest elephant ever born here at only 16 stone when he was born. And he's there with his half brother George, who just... Now they are incredibly intelligent creatures, and in fact you can just see them climbing up there. The trainers have to work really, really close with them, so they do have to get on very well with our elephants. Now, on the right we've got some more Bennett wallabies and our lovely Maras. Keep looking at that pouch counter and see a baby Joey. And then on the left hand side we've got our beautiful pear David, and in fact we've also got, just lying low there, we've also got a youngster, a fawn, just born literally a few hours ago. Just that we've got a new pear David. They were critically endangered, it came over from China, but luckily they are doing very well back in their native China. On the right here, look at the top, that's Behan. Behan's just enjoying the sun today. She's covered herself in mud, and that will stop any pesky mosquitoes or flies around, and also stop the sun from burning her skin. The one at the top who's just talking to Dad in front of them, the biggest one by the green building there, that's Hugo. He's the male, he's the father of Asian. Asian is 2 years old, but he's absolutely huge. When he was born, he was 13 stone, which was absolutely amazing for a rhino. We've also got a new baby rhino, which you'll be able to see if you can see that bridge if you walk up there later on. Do go and have a look, because Jamil is only a couple of months old and he is absolutely cute. That's the only way to describe him. Now, over the left we've got some more of our pear Davids with their beautiful antlers growing there. And it's true, cute time at the zoo, because if you look to the right, we have got a baby camel over there called Mo, who's just lying down by her mum Easter. So if you just look and keep looking back as we go down, you can just see Mo lying down by mum Easter, and she's literally just a couple of weeks old now. And on the left we've also got a baby yak there, that's Zach the yak, just lying by mum there as well. And you can see they've got this beautiful long wool. Now these animals are actually domesticated by man, so we've actually seen yaks right up the top of the Himalayas at Mount Everest, and in fact the Sherpas will use them for their milk and for their wool, and also to carry their building supplies if they're setting up a new camp up Mount Everest. So as we're coming over our little bridge into our deer park, this is why we do ask you to remain seated, because sometimes we do have to come to a sudden stop. Now we have got over 300 individual deer and antelopes here. We've got the darker deer, the sea deer just under the tree there. We've actually got some hog deer just putting their head out of the stable there. And these But don't just look to the right, because we've got our wild horses. They are Shabansky wild horses. They're one of my favourites here, because they are the last remaining truly wild horse, which means they've never been ridden by man, never domesticated, and in fact they are originally from Mongolia, but in the 1800s there were only 12 left in the wild, but we've managed to reintroduce over 250 back into the wild, and that's thanks to the Mongolian scientists and the ZSL Conservation Project, which is very much down to you guys actually coming and paying for your entrance fee today. So we do thank you for coming and supporting us. And if we start looking to the right, let's go to the spot our sloth bears, Ursula and Colombo. We've got Blanco right up at the top. They're the same sort of bear as Blue the bear in Jungle Book, but do take a walk down there because they've also, there's one right up on the top there. Now we're coming up to our Whipsnade tunnel, so can all parents make sure their children have got their arms in from the edge of their heads well back, because the walls of the tunnel come in very close to the sides of the train. And we won't see a single animal, it will get very steamy and a little bit dark, but as the little girl on the